Alright, today on the Man Kitchen, we're going to make us a Texas style egg casserole. That's what we're going to do. First, you want to start out with some sausage, some breakfast sausage. I like to use Jimmy Dean's because I just like Jimmy Dean's. And it may not be made in Texas, but it tastes like Texas. But we can make it taste even more like Texas by adding a little bit of mesquite seasoning to it. There you go. Now that's Texas. While the sausage is cooking, you want to take a dozen eggs and you want to break them up and put them in a bowl. Now that's a lot of eggshells. We got our dozen eggs in there. Next, you want to take a 1/4 cup of milk. Pour that in there. And you put a cup of sour cream. And get a spoon and get all that out. Alright, after you got your milk and your sour cream in there, you want to get you some red onion, or you could use green onions, I guess. About a small to medium, that'll do it. Red onion's got a little more spice, a little more kick to it. I like it. And after you get your onion in, I like to take some fresh garden salsa, whatever salsa you want to use, but I like the fresh stuff. And take like about a 1/2 cup of that and just throw that in there. Real nice like. Alright, there you go. Just brown that up real nice like. There you go. And then once it's brown, you want to take that and put it in a strainer. Let some of the drippings come out of there. Don't want too many drippings in there because then it isn't healthy. But sure would taste good. And make sure you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And after you got all your cheese in there, you're going to take your sausage and you're just going to dump that in there. There you go. A little bit of those juices in there would be good. And that is beautiful. Alright, then I like to take a pinch of some kosher salt. Yeah, I'll make it 2 pinches. That'd be good. And then get us some cracked pepper. Put a little bit of that in there. Now the fun begins. And by fun, I mean let's get out the heavy machinery. I bought this thing for my wife. Beautiful KitchenAid. Awesome thing. Little did she know, not only was I getting this for her, but it's just another power tool for me to play with in the man kitchen. Alright, start out nice and slow. Let that thing go. Crank it up just a little bit. There we go. Mix it up. Go a little bit more. That gets a little bit of air into it. So it'll fluff it up some. That's why we're using a wire beater. Kind of like whisking it fast. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost as good as a rodeo. Turn it down a little. See what we got. Oh yeah. Look at that. Now that looks fandango. I'm going to take a little extra virgin spray oil. spray my side, bottom a little bit. So we don't want the egg to stick. Sticking's not good. Take our mixture and pour it all in. It is a little bit bigger than a 9x13 pan. You could use a 9x13. Mine are either smaller or bigger. This is my nice crystal lasagna pan that I use. So we get it all in there and stick it in the oven. There you go. Now we stick it in the oven and we'll cook it for about 30 to 35 minutes on the preheat of 350 degrees. That's just how you want it. You want it cooked around the sides, a little jiggly there in the center. Now we're going to sprinkle a little cheese on top. Cheese on top and sprinkle a little bit of cilantro on there, and we'll stick it on the oven on broil and watch it closely. Just want to brown it. When you take it out, it'll be all bubbling and stuff. A little bit of brown. It's stiffened up a little. Just let it sit for about 10 minutes. It's still cooking in the middle, and it'll be ready to eat. That looks absolutely fandango. Alright, and there you go. There's a serving right there with a little bit of salsa put on top, and that is absolutely fandango. Alright, so that was my breakfast casserole. Everybody ate it up. Everybody loved it. It was good. You can save this thing for 2 or 3 days. Makes a good plan ahead breakfast, or do breakfast for dinner like we did. So anyway, I'm the Reverend Colonel. Thank you for joining me. Check out my channel, subscribe, share, all that kind of good stuff. And in the meantime, remember to heap on the wood and kindle the fire. Cook the meat well, mixing in the spices, and let the bones be charred. This is the Reverend Colonel. This is the way, signing out.